Week 46, November 12 until November 19, starting in The Hague. Here I'm making some coffee with a Kalita, this time using coffee from Fried Hats. They have a new Indonesia filtered coffee, which has been anaerobically fermented, what they call it. It's a very delicious coffee. Then eating it with some baklava from last week. Shitty rainy weather on a Monday morning, going to the Municipality archive to check the architectural drawings for the house that Suzan and I bought. It was very nice to see these old drawings from 1900 and even a letter. It's like 30, 40 years old letters. The main goal, seeing if we can get the wall out, whether if it's not a support wall or anything like that. Pretty shitty weather, but we're getting used to it. Going to the gym in the evening. And then on Tuesday, for work, I had to visit Rotterdam. In the morning, I attended a presentation panel about care in the Netherlands and how innovation needs to happen in that field. And afterwards, in the afternoon, there was the medicaldelta conference. During the break, went to Cafecito to get a coffee, which is a really nice coffee place in Rotterdam. Then back again at the medicaldelta conference, visit Freddy's with Hicham in the evening, and then go back to The Hague by car. This is the next day where I cycled to work, and after work visited Peron Eggs. And then on a Wednesday evening, making some food. Next day I worked from home and then took the train to Schiphol. There we visited the lounge before flying to Istanbul. So this is on the plane. Once we arrived in Istanbul, we arrived at Sabiha Gökçen airport, and from there we took the metro to Kadıköy, where we stayed 2 days. Last year we also visited Kadıköy, so this year we only want to stay for 2 days. Went to this bakery called Little Bake. Had a croissant, which looked really nice, and it was also nice, but not as nice as it looked. That makes sense. This is on a Friday, so really lovely weather. It was actually really nice. Sunny, we walked a lot. There's a lot of sightseeing, and also walked to Kız Kulesi, or Maiden's Tower. When we did arrive there, it was quite crowded, so we didn't go there, but just saw it from a distance. This audio was recorded by using an iPhone, but for this video I'm using something called Adobe Podcast, which is in beta, and it changes the audio, or actually improves the audio and makes it look like it was taken with a studio microphone. And then from there, because it's nearby Üsküdar, we went there to visit that neighborhood, and then also had some köfte there. It's called Altı Üstü Köfte. It was a really nice restaurant, and the food was really delicious. From there we walked around, and after that we visited, I think it's called Ahmet Hafız. It's like a pastry shop where we had some baklava. So once again, this is the audio from my iPhone, and this is the improved audio. Then we visited Hafız Mustafa, which is a pastry shop with baklava. This was this monster, which we ate together, and then going back, walking. And then in the evening we visited a comedy stand-up, which was only about 12 people in the audience. which made it quite funny actually. Went for some drinks, and then, because we were still young, we went to Oda. Listened to some music, did some dancing, like what young people do. As always, Kadıköy, doesn't matter if it's 6 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the night, it's always alive. There's always people making music, doing something, which is the main reason why I like to visit Istanbul, because it's always alive, there's always something to do. This is on a Saturday, the weather got worse, started raining quite a lot actually. Took the ferry to the European side. This time we decided to stay in Beşiktaş. Had some lahmacun, which was really delicious, and then in Beşiktaş, because I visited that area more often before, there were a few nice coffee shops I knew of, which is just coffee roasters. So I had a coffee there. And from there onwards, we took the bus to Istanbul Modern. It's a modern art museum. I wanted to go there last year and the year before, but it was closed for renovation. So they renovated the entire museum. And it looks really nice and it's quite big right now. The ticket is 180 liras, which is about 6 euros if you're a Turkish resident. And otherwise it's 350 liras, which is about 12 euros with the currency right now. The museum had a lot of different things to check, and the terrace was really nice. It would have been even nicer if the weather was nice, but that was not the case. But then again, walked around a lot and just eating all the freaking time. There's a burger lab, and then we visited this new coffee roastery called Parsa. Had a really delicious coffee. And that's it for this week. Next week, more food and drinks from Istanbul. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.